Good morning, America. My name's Douglas Attila Jamali, and I have good news along with horrific news. This is the story about my wife, Elizabeth Hurley, and the mechanism in which they used to split us apart. While I was working in San Jose 20 years ago, at Transpac, I was staying in Homestay America by the railroad tracks there. And after returning from work, the most horrific smell was emanating from a train down the tracks there. In there, in that train, were 280,000 women from, at that time, my age of 35, approximately, 38, to 15 years younger and 15 years older. Anyone that was procreatable in my age group were killed to prevent me from procreating with them. As I said, my wife, Elizabeth Hurley, at that time, just disappeared. And then there's no marriage. They had killed her in my past before we ever met. So it's there where I found out about this, and I knew the smell from 1945. I was told it was dead cows' carcasses rotting in the train, but I knew better. I knew that smell from 1945 from Dachau, Auschwitz, Nuremberg. The horrific smell which you would not believe. So I went snooping around there. I went down to the train and looked inside to find beautiful women, naked, bloody, black and blue, beaten in that train. It is there then I got caught. They put me in restraint and didn't know what quite to do with me. And so they called upon their commander. It is there that one of them said to me that your wife's in that train someplace. Upon hearing that, I busted out of my restraints, beat the fuck out of him, and told him, don't touch anything. Don't take any pictures. Leave everything just as it is. As long as you don't touch anything, I can change this. And left. The commander arrived and took what happened, finding his men in bad shape, told him the story. The commander replied, if that's what you told that man, I know who he is. God help us all. So that's my entry point into MIB. Then, as well as now. You see, because it was a time incursion, I get to go back to then and play it again till now. I get to go back before it happened. So with that being said, to understand what's going on here, I had to locate each and every one of those women. The same concept there where I said I found a dead carcass in the cornfield. And so well, I'll find a badly, fatally wounded woman in that field. It is there where I get to say, now tell me again, girl, what happened as I did before their fatality and ending up in that train. With that information, I had to leave them and say, I would have to leave you here, but I'm going to be back yesterday. And I'd leave them so that they would go to the train with the information I have, able to locate, track down, as well as change it. A vast number of women in America will know that somewhere around 20 years ago, you have just won a all expense paid vacation to vast number of places all over the world. Well, I sent every one of these ladies and their mom on a free vacation so as to avoid what happened in that train. That train now, because of my accomplishments now in this present, then empty. The train with not one single drop of blood left in them. And the legacy only of its existence as I am the photograph man. There are a few pictures there of those ladies as evidence. I was unable to stop those, for it may have affected the space-time continuum in which I would not be able to change. That's why I said you can't change. So at this point, all 480 or 470,000 estimate women that have been trained 2 miles long, stacked to the brim, now lies empty. What would you do if you were me? So I stand here in San Francisco with this information, thereof, an accomplishment of putting out the fires of Armageddon and the Holocaust itself single-handedly, barehandedly, and I need your assistance here on to make sure we don't go back into the Holocaust. My name's Douglas Attila Jamali, and that's the story of my entry point into MIB.